Hi, everyone. Welcome to our session for Twin Hearts Meditation. So, today I thought we'll talk about the next step in Twin Hearts Meditation. So, this is the step where we start blessing and we start rooting ourselves. Okay, so so this is the time when we have already blessed the earth. We thought of a happy event. We activated the heart. We blessed the earth. Then we blessed the earth through our crown. Then there was Om chanting. We heard Master talk about Om chanting, and then we discussed return to body. Right now, after returning to the body, what we are going to do again is we are going to bless the earth again. Now, this time when we bless the earth, we need to be aware that the energy that is now in our body is largely divine energy, right? Because previously we blessed with our heart, that was somewhat our own energy. Then we blessed with our crown, that was the energy that we kind of already had, but because we had our tongue connected to the palate and the energy was flowing, that was also energy that we were sort of, sort of the energy that is with us. Now, after the Om chanting, our entire aura is full of energy, and we're going to bless the earth again. Now, this particular blessing is really, really important because at this point, we need to be aware of the abundance of energy. Okay, this time when we are blessing, you can just visualize that there is just energy coming in. You filled up your entire aura, you have this whole ball of energy around you, and you're blessing the earth. Now, for many of us, it's really important to be aware of the function of blessing and function of rooting. So after blessing the earth and everybody on earth, including those people who we are having some difficulty with, maybe clients who haven't paid, maybe family members who are being irritating, maybe friends who are asking for help and you're not able to, I don't know, whatever it is. Okay, so just bless everybody on earth. And then when we are doing the rooting, also try to be aware of the energy coming in from the crown, flowing down and going out of the body. Okay, so Master says, be aware of the base of your spine and the soles of your feet. Now, sometimes what happens to us is that we create roots that are like, really thin and small, and we are like, okay, one light. Okay, but what I would like us to do is to create roots that are huge, like, big, huge roots, like, as big as you can imagine. And ideally, what I would like us to do is to imagine roots that are as big as our hips. So we have this whole pillar of light, energy is coming in, we are blessing the earth, we've finished the blessing, now we are rooting ourselves to Mother Earth. Now again, what's the relevance of rooting ourselves to Mother Earth? It's that Mother Earth gives us almost everything that we have, food, clothing, shelter, all the raw materials for this stuff, the food we eat, the building materials of our house, the wood, all of that comes from Mother Earth, right? So what we're doing is that when we bless the earth, we are again using the law of karma, and we are building a channel for Mother Earth to give us what we want. Okay, so whatever it is that you want, you're creating a channel. Why? Because you have these roots. Just like trees have these roots, and these roots go deep down into the earth and they get water, minerals, whatever they want. Everything comes from the earth for the tree. So similarly, even for us, if we are connected to Mother Earth, if we have that channel coming up from Mother Earth, then Mother Earth will help us, get whatever we want. And for those of us who have done basic pranic healing, if you look at the white light meditation, which is there in the basic pranic healing book, you will see how it is, how it is a meditation where energy goes down and then there's a reverse flow of energy, right? So just be aware of that when we are doing the rooting. And so in today's meditation, let's focus on the rooting. Let's be aware of creating really big, fat, thick roots. Visualize the light everywhere, and it's just going deep into the earth. Okay, don't be stingy. Don't think that, oh, if I give everything away to Mother Earth, then what's left for me and my family? Believe you me, there will be enough. The more you give, the more you will receive. Okay. Okay, so with so what you can also do is we can raise our hands in blessing position. Let's visualize the entire planet Earth. It says here in the book, page 279, Master says, after the meditation, Release the excess energy by blessing the earth with light, loving kindness, peace, and prosperity for several minutes until you feel your body has normalized. Okay, so let's bless the planet Earth. He also says, you may bless specific persons of your family and your friends after releasing the excess energy. Otherwise, the etheric body will become congested and the meditator will experience headaches and chest pains. The visible body will deteriorate in the long run because of too much energy. So the reason I'm talking about this is because sometimes some of us, we don't like to bless after the meditation. We just feel like it's done. But it's really important to bless after the meditation because we need to make sure that our body is normalized. Okay. It says the other esoteric schools release the excess energy by visualizing the chakras, projecting the excess energy out, and the chakras becoming smaller and dimmer. However, this approach does not utilize the excess energy properly. So that is why Master Cho recommends that we basically bless the earth with our hands. Then we bless our family members, our friends. We can also bless our targets. So let's bless our financial targets. Let's be aware of the crown, the heart, and the hands. Feel the energy flowing down. Keep your tongue connected to the palate. Let the energy flow. Let's bless our financial targets, our health targets, our relationship targets, and our spiritual targets. Let's also pray to the Buddha Kuan Yin for her divine, compassionate, purifying light to extract, externalize, and disintegrate any negative energy associated with the coronavirus out of the Earth's energy body. Let's also pray to the Lords of Karma to help humanity learn our lesson rapidly and properly. Let's take a few seconds and think of what is our personal lesson. For me personally, the lesson is that I can't do everything myself. For you, it may be different. We have to learn sometimes to ask for help. We also have to learn that instead of being frustrated, there is a way to speak to people and let them know that we need help. Perhaps, that was my issue, so I'm just sharing that with you. So take a few seconds to visualize your lesson, try to understand it. May the Lords of Karma bless us with the ability to understand our lesson rapidly and properly so that the lesson can be withdrawn. Just like an exam, once we're done with the exam, we don't have to take it again. Similarly, once we learn a lesson, we don't have to take it again. Once we pass class 1, we don't have to take the class 1 exam again. We can take class 2 exam, and therefore on and on and on and on. Okay. Okay, so gently open your eyes. Also, one more thing that I want to say about rooting is that when we go to a new place or, we're just feeling weak sometimes it's just a good idea to just bless and root ourselves. What that does is it just allows the energy to flow. So similarly, if there's a relationship issue, you can bless somebody. If there's a financial issue, you can just kind of sit in one place and just visualize, that energy is flowing through you, is rooting you to Mother Earth. Because ultimately, Mother Earth does really give us a lot of things. Most of the things, like we said, food, clothing, shelter, all the raw materials come from Mother Earth, right? And the other thing to also keep in mind, sometimes people tell me like, but Sheetal, I have food, clothing, shelter. Yes, I know. But sometimes we are aspiring for more, better food, clothing, and shelter, right? So as long as we have this physical body, let's be aware we have to take care of it, okay? I am not the body, but I have this body and I have to take care of it to the best of my ability. Laziness is not an option. It's not okay to say, oh, I don't need anything, so I'm not going to work. It doesn't work like that. That's not what Karma Yoga is about. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it was useful. And so Okay, so I hope everyone had a good time and I hope the information was useful. The idea basically is that, sometimes we just go through the meditation without thinking much about the steps. So hopefully this inspires us to do the steps properly. So one of the other things I wanted to add here is that when we do the steps properly during the session, we also, our mind also learns the technique properly. So what will start happening is that sometimes when we need to use that particular technique, let's say of blessing, or use the technique of rooting, somewhere the guidance will come, especially for those of us who also are working with angels and working with, with Sharanagati, with the teacher, we may find that suddenly, it's like you'll just get a thought like, oh, why don't I just bless? Oh, why don't I just root? Or why don't I just expand my aura? Or whatever it is. So just try to practice these techniques. These are all powerful techniques that is combined together in the meditation, but also individually, they are very powerful techniques. So try to use them, and that's it.